Okay, we have one. Yes,
One.
Om.
Okay. Oh, yep, I see that. Okay. So today we're going to talk about color psychology and what it means when you're building your own businesses, what that's going to look like. And let me just share my screen again. I don't know why it popped off. I'm having an issue with, I think it's because of the live streaming. Here we go. Can everybody see color psychology again on the screen?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay, great. Okay, so we're going to start this with an icebreaker. And I had sent on that worksheet to all of you a little homework assignment in preparation, and that was to choose your own personal brand color. And I'm going to give you an example of mine. I happen to like blues and greens, and I chose this Pantone color of, I think it's called Nautilus, right? Because I want people to understand that I'm a deep thinker. I do the research. I'm intelligent, and they should listen to me. And I want the color to actually make people feel like they're in a calm environment when they're around me and that what I have to say is powerful. So what that looks like on my mood board on Pinterest is you can see a lot of nature because that blue green is in nature, in mountains, in water, in the sky. And wisdom begins in wonder, right? Is sort of my mantra, if you would. I'm a big believer that we must remain curious in order to actually, you know, learn more. And I think we're
Awesome.
all on a journey of
Madeline,
learning.
let's take a
Mhm.
question from Ryan. Ryan has a question,
Sure,
it seems.
absolutely.
Oh, sorry, I accidentally raised my hand. I'm really
Oh,
sorry. I
Okay.
don't
okay,
have
so
permission.
Well,
sorry. Okay, let's continue then. Sorry, sorry.
now it's your turn, because you could see that I created my own personal brand color to share with you. I would like as many people in the next 5 to 10 minutes participate by answering these questions. What's your color that you choose? And I had given you a little link there in the worksheet if you saw it, what it represents about you, and how you want people to feel when they interact through that color. So I'm going to stop sharing my
Yes,
screen so I can see all of
yes, let's
you.
take a question in between. We have
Okay,
Arjun.
sure.
Yeah. So my question is, how does like I understand that color psychology affects your website and like shops, but if you were to sell that same product but on a website, would it still work the same as color psychology? For example, you have like the street clothes that you said, and then you have
Sure.
like the minimalistic background.
Sure. Yeah. Did you see Jaywalking's website? It's gray as well.
Um, oh, so
Yeah.
do you mean that it should be the same, right?
Yeah, it should be because their clothes are so colorful and powerful and so individual that that background allows the colors to be the hero of their store. And so that was purposely chosen like that. Okay.
So
Ryan. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Arjun.
I was just saying, like, so for example, if I had like something really bright and colorful, like a bright like gaming mouse or something, and I sold
Mm-hmm.
it on a minimalistic website, that would work out well.
White background probably would, but it depends on what else the brand is selling. If it's just the
Yeah,
mouse and the mouse in different colors, we'll go through it during the
yeah.
presentation. But great question. Okay, let's
Next,
share our brand colors.
yes, let's continue. We'll take a question in a minute after this.
Okay. All right. Should I call out on the students or do you want to?
No, no, please go ahead.
Okay, got it. So Ryan, you have your hand raised, so you're going to share your
Yeah.
personal color?
So I didn't have a question last time, but I want to share my brand color. Okay. So I chose electric indigo as my brand color. Because I feel it represents growth, progress, and transformation. The core values that I and my family has taught me. It also represents. It also gives like a technology vibe of some kind, which is a field I want to go in. So I really want that to be evident. Also, indigo is strongly associated with learning and development. I researched on this actually, and it aligns with my focus on building ideas and constantly evolving.
That is so very thoughtful. Thank
And
you so much for sharing.
there is one more thing.
Mhm.
The last question. It also creates a sense of balance and trust, which is important when building a community or sharing ideas with each other.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Really thoughtful. Okay, Siddhant. And if I mess up your name, correct me.
Siddhant Saxena, please.
Hello, ma'am. I am Siddhant Saxena, and my brand color is navy blue, or from the Pantone color that I have selected is Sea of Bliss.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am. It represents truthfulness, calmness, and depth of thinking.
I
Because,
love
ma'am, I think a color which represents me should make others feel secure, focused, and confident.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. Lavia Junas?
I chose a little dark violet because I feel like it represents like the calmness of pink, but it also represents like some of the chaoticness of blue or some other colors. And that's how I want people to feel around me. Like they can be open, but they can also be calm and chaotic as much as they want. And I feel like that's the same thing it represents about me as well.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Now let's
And
go to the session and then come back to the Q&A. I think we're losing time, please.
okay, thank you so much. I'm going to reshare my screen. Hopefully it'll be easy to do. All right. Okay. So now we already discussed that it only takes 90 seconds for people to decide whether they're going to buy from that brand, right? And brands intentionally for many years have done this, right? They've chosen colors. Like if you look at Coca-Cola, it's red, and that usually signifies action or appetite. If you look at blue colors like American Express or Hewlett Packard, it's trust. Green is usually peaceful or somehow connected to nature. And orange can be cheerful and confident, like the Nickelodeon logo, right? So we understand that colors are really about what feeling do I want the customer to feel when they are looking at my product to buy or visiting my website or looking at my social media. So what influences all of this? Well, sometimes it's culture, right? Colors do not have the same emotional impact in different parts of the world. If you look at the color white, right, and you look at the Western world, white signifies purity, innocence, new. But however, in the Eastern parts of the world, sometimes it signifies death, mourning, and grieving. So when you're thinking about the company that you're trying to build, you want to take into consideration because you're selling online, you're going to reach all parts of the world, and you want to make sure you don't offend any cultures or, create a barrier, right? So what else influences color? So sometimes one needs to think about what colors mean emotionally to people in terms of what they see every day. And I'm going to give you an example. So yellows and orange for some signify happiness, sunshine, enrich experiences in nature. But for others, yellow can signify danger, to be cautious, to be careful. So when you're thinking about should my brand colors be orange and yellow, you want to take into consideration what you're building and what it might mean. So if you look at the colors for a very popular industry right now, health and wellness, meaning healthy foods, healthy gyms, healthy nutritional supplements, greens and blues are used. So more and more people are thinking about the color green as they build brands that are maybe a health app, right, to help people eat healthier or sleep better. And you can see that in popular brands like Whole Foods here in the United States or even Starbucks. It signals wellness and balance and sustainability and freshness and abundance. Where red is, it raises the heart rate for some, honestly. It's urgency, it's power, it's appetite. You can see it with Netflix, McDonald's, Coca-Cola. Purple signifies imagination, spirituality, originality. You'll see this color used a lot in skincare, in products that appeal to women. It can be royalty. Orange is playful. It's affordable, it's approachable, and you can see it here in the Nickelodeon logo. It's very energetic. White or gray, as we saw with jaywalking, or an apple. Clean thinking, transparency, modern, fresh. Black is a very powerful color. It signifies authority, minimalism, and sometimes timeless luxury. Here you'll see with the Chanel logo. And blue, trust. Most financial companies will use blue, but even Facebook uses blue because they want people to automatically feel like they have trust in that brand. Okay. You'll
Now
also
let's take
see,
a question, please. We
sure,
have
absolutely.
Richard
Please,
Gupta, please.
you can call out names.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
I don't have questions. I wanted to tell my colors.
Sure.
Okay.
So I think after you've told me what each color signifies, it would definitely be black. As I mostly feel like a lot of bossy energy in me, if you know what I mean. And
Yeah,
like I feel that I'm not scared of anyone. People should be scared of me. So I feel like I feel like that would be my brand color, is I want to show power.
I love that. I feel you.
Thank you.
Next, Paruti.
I am just going to tell about the color I chose. I chose purple because it's the color of luxury. I actually love luxury because wherever I go, there will be a luxury things that I like. So I just kept the. I just like purple.
Interesting.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next, Saramati Kautilya. Kautilya, sorry. Please.
Yeah, I had also raised it to share the color earlier.
Okay.
Um,
Please.
I would choose purple, but a very subtle purple because I am a person who's not, I wouldn't say superstitious as such, but I believe in like spiritual things. And on top of that, uh, there's this band that I really like, a K-pop band that I really like. Their fandom color is purple, and the reason that the group said that they chose that color was because purple being the last color of the rainbow, so it signifies the like the trust that and the trust and love that they're going to shower and we're gonna have forever. So I really thought it was a really nice way to interpret a color, so that's why.
Very interesting.
Next,
Wow.
Kavya Kulkarni, please.
I had a question.
Mhm.
So, why is it that you don't see browns in many logos?
That is such an interesting question. And I have to say that because green has been overused by many companies that want to associate with health, wellness, right, and all things that are good for you and good for the planet, brown is now becoming a more popular logo choice and color. However, it has to be paired with a color that also excites, right, people to pay attention. So it could be paired with oranges, it could be paired with other colors. But it's trending, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back. I don't know why my screen is not sharing again. I'm
Thank
gonna go
you.
back. Thank you so much.
Madeline, do you have any questions for the kids? Would you like to ask?
Actually, I wanted to see what their favorite brands were. Maybe we could just go around the room, favorite brand and the color.
Awesome. That's good.
I just joined, like, there was some network issue. Can you tell me, like, what are we discussing today?
I'm so sorry. I didn't
I'm
really
sorry,
hear
there's
that.
this.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. We'll get back to you on that. Just please follow the session. Okay.
Yeah, so the question
Please
is
continue.
your favorite brand and the color. Just like that. Just say it. Your favorite brand and the color. Do you want to call on them, Anand?
Let's get into the session and we'll take it after few
Sure.
slides.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we were talking about like how do these colors become popular? Who's dictating the trends of colors? And one of the companies is Pantone. And Pantone has made a statement for 2026 that the color of the year, meaning what brands will most likely use, is something called Cloud Dancer. And it's sort of like a whitish color. And they are telling us the reason for this cloud dancer color. Let me go back for a second, right? Is it's like a palette for people who are creating new brands to express their imagination. They also claim it's a color that brands will use because more and more people want to collaborate with brands. And you'll see that where you can create your own sneaker, or in the Mac store and the Apple store, you can pick your own iPhone color, right? Case cover, so that you're feeling like that brand is more personal to me. So the background that Apple already uses, that sort of like white, sort of imagination palette, like a white canvas, is supposedly the color of the year. But Pantone has competitors, and those competitors are trend forecasters like WGSN. They're claiming that celestial yellow is the color of the year. And that is because people in these very chaotic geopolitical times and times of transition with AI and technology are looking for reassurance and guidance and spirituality. This yellow is the second color closest to spirituality than purple. Then, if we look at this retro blue color, right, this color supposedly is trending for brands, and it's supposed to bring sort of like memories of the past when things were not so involved with screens and technical, because they claim people are really yearning that. Right? Then you look at this neon flare pinkish red. This is an AI inspired color. And this color is supposed to like kind of really bring you high energy. And you'll look at that when you see neon colors being used with brands. I see that we have a lot of hands raised. Do we want to take a moment to answer some questions?
Yes, Madeline. But before that, I want you to ask something for kids.
Sure.
So first,
Sure.
why this is important, and why do we need to understand color psychology? Let's ask
Hmm.
what they are
Sure, I
thinking
like
out
that.
of it. Yes,
Okay.
let's get from their minds. So
My
yeah, someone,
Michaela,
yeah, Kavya,
Michaela is super.
yeah, Mikhail, please.
So I think it's important. I think it's important because it's important to know to at least know the basics of a base something basic about color psychology. Because, for example, you start a company, but then you don't know what color is right to be your logo on your logo, because there's a wide range of colors to pick from, all symbolizing different things. Like black symbolizes authority and boldness. So, if you understand color psychology, you'll be able to understand what is the best color for your, what is the most ethical and non-violent color for your brand.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, your brand, you definitely want your brand to stand out in a marketplace and for people to automatically, because they're making the decision already in 90 seconds, whether they're going to trust you or not. So makes absolute sense.
Yes.
Ma'am, I
Now,
have
Next,
a doubt.
Siraj.
okay, I'm sorry. You want to pick another person?
Yes,
Another
Siraj.
student?
Yes, I think it's important to have color psychology, as we also, if we start a company, we need to know the right colors to gain the customers' trust in the marketplace.
Exactly. You understand? Anybody else?
Ma'am, I have
Kavya.
a doubt.
Okay.
Anand is going to pick who can speak
Kavya.
next.
Kavya, please come forward.
Uh,
Everybody will have a chance. So yeah.
I think it's needed because we are learning color psychology, so we can understand how people's brains work on seeing colors, and how we can use this to make people want to buy things from our brands, and
Hmm.
it'll help us in help us better our idea on how we can design a logo, or if we want to make like a whole banner or something, or posters. It could help for people to decide if they wanted to like buy a product or join the club or something like that.
Thank you so much. Can Kyra go next?
Ira? Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am. I think that, ma'am, I probably go with Google, ma'am. As you can see, it has all five colors, and I really like the way they've been so enthusiastic about using all of them. And ma'am, it actually brings like a lot of positive energy and vibes, you can say. And ma'am, it's also like a really big brand, also. So.
Can I add to that? Because that's a really great observation. And it was something that I was thinking about as AI helps us work more and more. I think Google, in the beginning, when they started to change their logo based on holidays and based on whether it was my birthday or not, right? All of a sudden, it became very personal to me. And that is where brands are headed. But I don't want to I want to get there in my presentation. So, really good observation, Kyra.
Next, Hriday Gupta.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I feel like different types of colors shows emotion, and like just like Kaya mentioned, that according to the festival, if the AI which is developing day by day, like chooses a color based on the festivals, it was like it will like yeah, it would be nostalgic or like surprising for us because in the modern day world, you see cars, buildings, they are like becoming dull day by day because most of the people chooses like colors like gray, black, so they have to seem like controlling power and like a matte black like shows power. So like that. So I feel like color shows emotions. So based on the colors, if we have to make a brand, we have to choose the color so it stands out and represents our brand. For example, like I have chosen the color sky blue. It is a really powerful color in branding, especially if you want to feel like approachable, fresh, and trustworthy. It also like it is a calm color and shows positive emotions. Also, apps like LinkedIn, which is very popular, shows like um it has been connected to the whole world. And also, blue the color blue is one of the three of the primary colors that makes all the colors except white, in my perception.
That is very interesting. Yes, blue is about trust. And that's one of the hardest things when you are trying to connect, especially as a new brand. And I know a lot of you are going to be launching new brands, new companies, new apps, new products. You have to earn people's trust, and color is a big part of that. If it's okay, I want to go back to the presentation because I don't want to
Yes,
get behind. I
please.
want to make sure we share everything. Okay, we'll take more questions shortly. Okay. Okay, so we were talking about companies out there that claim to where marketers and businesses will go to learn about trends, like because colors come in and out of fashion, right? We talked about brown starting to be the next color, and some of these colors that I'm sharing, like this beautiful blue purple, which is supposed to evoke a sense of mystery. So if you were building a video game or an app or any kind of a product, if it was something to do where you wanted people to escape, like if you were building a world or creating a movie, this particular color has that appeal. It makes you think like you're going to another planet or another world, and it helps the user or customer escape, right? So one of the things that I want to talk about next is colors really matter in terms of when you pair them with other colors. And that's one of the trickiest things that as a marketer, brander, or founder of a company doing all the things, including creating your logo, you have to consider. And you'll see here, there's a link, Coolers, which is a new AI tool to help you learn how to pair colors based on color theory. And that's one of the biggest breakthroughs in AI. There are a lot of links that I'm going to share at the end for these are new tools by AI that actually help you pair the colors so they look really great together. One of the things also when we think about color is that people tend to associate certain colors with certain holidays, with certain religions, with certain experiences in their life. And if you look at the red and green on the left of this um, box, what is the first thing you think of when you see the red, white, and green? And I take just one
Christmas.
person. Christmas, right?
Christmas.
Right, right.
Christmas.
Exactly. So you will not see a lot of brands using a red-green palette because people are automatically going to associate it with Christmas. Where if you put red with black, one person respond, what do you feel? What's the emotion you get when you see the right picture? Right?
Maybe a premium.
Gold.
Premium, luxury, right? Exactly. So you have to see it. It'll evoke emotions in you.
I
So
feel like Coca-Cola.
yeah. So here's the deal. So as you're building your businesses, as you are all entrepreneurs in the making, when you're building your business, it's not just about the colors you like. You have to take that out of the equation and you have to consider how colors make people feel because you want to make sure that you are emotionally resonating with them. So if it's a financial app, it might be blue. If it's a health food product, it might be green. I think you get the picture by now. Now here, I'm going to show you one of
Could
the
you
tools.
show that window again? Sorry.
Sure, let's go back. Do you have a question?
No, I just wanted to write it down so it could help me if that's
Oh, you're great. I think you'll have access to this whole presentation at the end too. But
okay.
we do have a fun assignment, so it's good to
You'll be shared
understand.
with this, so let's continue, please. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So this is a screenshot from a software called Mint, and U means color. And basically, it will allow you to put the primary color that you want for your brand, and then it will match other colors. So you see the dots in the top? Do you see the sort of dark gray blue, then the light gray, then the seafoam green and the green? Those colors work really well together. So as you're building your website or your products, this particular AI tool will allow you to see what your brand packaging will look like so that you're not wasting time making samples or building your business because you want to prove product market fit from the get-go. You don't want to waste a lot of money building samples. And then here you can see it'll take your brand colors and put them in a whole other combination so you can see what your products would look like in those colors. And this is where AI and technology really become very helpful because in the past, what companies would have to do in order to see their colors on products, packaging, website, social media, is they'd actually have to create it. And here, these tools will actually show you in real time, in a second, what the palette will look like on your brand. And that's super helpful. It speeds up the process of product creation. So one thing that I want to, I'm fascinated with AI and technology, and I found this case study that I wanted to share with you. So we know now a little bit, right, in our history of the use of color, what certain colors make people feel. But there was a study where AI was used to look at color and actually see if the brightness and darkness of a color and the types of colors would actually, they could predict how somebody would behave or feel. So do you see the bright red right there on the screen? Bright red feels exciting. Do you see how it's like a lighter red? It's less intense. It's kind of a happy, cheerful red. Then look at the dark, intense red and actually feel a bit scary or aggressive, like blood. Does everybody see that? Just give me a shout out. You get it, right?
Yeah.
So this AI study actually looked at images and looked at colors, right, to see how these colors would arouse people, making a knowledge for us so much deeper, right? Where a human to do this study would be very, very challenging to do. And what they found was that based on the brightness, the lightness, and the depth of color and the vibrance, there are colors that, like you can see here, black makes people feel fearful when it's in this particular shade. But however, if it's not as deep and dark, right, it can make people feel differently, right? As opposed to happy, sad. And I think this study becomes very useful, especially as AI makes us smarter, right? So the first challenge, you're going to have a challenge and 25 minutes to break out in teams to do something, but we're going to go through a couple of them first together so you see what we're creating. So the mission here, and I did this one on my own last night, was to launch an airline that runs on 100% seaweed fuel. So it lessens your carbon footprint, it helps the environment, but the twist is I cannot use the color green because it's too cliche. Everybody's using green. And I want to build trust and I want to show my innovation in environmental awareness to my potential passengers, right? So it's an airline, first ever to run on seaweed only, and I can't use the color green. So what did I
Can we use
do?
the color teal?
Pardon?
Can we use the color teal?
You can use well, you'll see on the assignment that you have to
Can
do
you
when you
show
break out.
the previous slide? I just want to know what was the goal.
Oh, sure. Hold on. Let me go back. Oh, I'm going forward. Sure. So here's the assignment that I did, and I'm going to show you how I did it. Then we're going to do an assignment together, and then you're going to do breakout, right? And you're going to go into teams with the new assignment. So
Let's
my
take a
first,
question in between, if
sure,
you don't mind. So,
absolutely.
yes, Arman Bansal, could you please come up with your question? You have one, I guess.
Okay,
Okay, I think there's no one.
sure.
Vihan?
Excuse me, everyone. So, ma'am, I have a doubt that why always sporty brands which are involved in sport, why do they always use the color white and black?
Like, are you thinking Nike?
Yeah, Nike, Adidas, and Puma and all. Why do they use black and white always? Mostly.
Okay, tell me why Nike um, is now working with potential customers, right? And allowing them to create their own sneakers in colors that they will make just for them. Tell me why you think they're doing that.
To build trust and to show boldness.
Yeah. So they keep the swoosh mark, right? But you get to choose what color that swoosh mark is, right? And you get to choose maybe what color the parts of the sneakers are. And that makes that personally yours, custom. Nobody else has it, right? So they have to start with a clean palette so you can choose. And they'll give you a choice of shoes of colors to choose from. So if they started with like red and green and blue and yellow, I think it'd be harder to do that. I think Nike's doing a great job using black and white as a clean palette to help people then create their own brand, which is ultimately how you want to connect with customers on a personal, customized level. That's where the market is moving. That's where marketing and branding is going. Does that
Thank you
help?
so much, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Any other questions?
I see a lot of hands raised.
Don't see any. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I see now. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Someone, Devesh?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, Miss Madeline, actually, in that presentation, there was one slide in which there was that mean of that color and all. That in the graph there was that
Yeah, the AI graph, the AI
yeah, the
graph.
AI graph. Actually, I'm not able to understand like what type of like the coordinates it is corresponding to. So, can you
Right.
please little elaborate it?
Sure. So what AI did was they looked at, let's pick one color, red. Now, you know, there are bright reds, there are light reds on the spectrum, and then there are dark, deep, rich colored reds, there are blue
Yeah.
reds, there are orange reds. So what the AI wanted to see was what makes a scary blood drip red versus a happy, cheerful, bright red that may make you want to act on something. And that's really interesting, right? So
Yeah.
taking our understanding that color evokes emotion, but let's go deeper. The color, and especially with screens, right? Because you know, on the screens, it doesn't look like the same color in real life. So understanding how can AI build tools to help us understand vibrancy of color, depth of color, and not just red, right? Or blue. Does that
Okay.
help?
Yeah, and one more doubt. Can the contrasting of colors or the mixing of colors also impact on the psychology of colors?
Yeah, for sure. And that's one of the things where graphic designers and creative directors had to spend years studying what colors go with other colors. It's called color theory. That makes sense, right? And thank God, because I always had a hard time with that. AI now will be able, and we're going to do a tool that I picked, real-time colors, in an instant show you all the different color matches that work well together. Because, that's almost like being an artist where you have to, if you have to learn all of that, that that no longer is going to be something you need to learn. It's a tool,
Yeah,
right? Make
Awesome.
sense?
yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
Siddharth.
Let's get to the workshop and we'll take questions after this.
Okay, great. So let me go back, share my screen again one more time. Okay. So the challenge for me last night, okay, because I picked three projects. This is the first one. I want to show you how I did it, my approach, and then we're going to have you do one, right? And then you're going to go to Teams and do another one. So the challenge was to launch an airline that runs on 100% seaweed. So there's no carbon footprint. I can't use the color green, and I have to build trust and innovation in environmental science, right, with the clients. So my tech stack, and I want to talk about this concept of having a tech stack. I didn't always have a tech stack. I used to actually have to use my brain and work with my team to come up with ideas. But now with AI, I use my brain, critical thinking skills, my understanding of pattern recognition and systems thinking with AI. I don't just take and copy and paste the first thing that AI spews out. I actually work with it as a tool. So I usually start in ChatGPT, not always. Sometimes DeepSeek, sometimes Claude, sometimes Perplexity, sometimes Gemini. But for this particular instance, I started with ChatGPT, and I needed to come up with an image of an airplane because that's what we're doing, right? And then I'll go to a tool like Midjourney, and then I'll take that image and put it into Nano Banana. And then I will look for colors in Umint. So I would like, this is a really important part of this workshop. I would like maybe Krishav, right, to talk to me about tech stacks and how we work with our tech stacks.
Um, Actually, tech stacks are um, building a tech stack is actually really essential for someone, like especially in today's world, because
Right.
in today's world when everyone's like really fast using like some 3 to 5 AI chatbots and letting it do their work, um, building your own tech stack is uh, building your own tech stack would act like your own personal assistant. Like you could have like some 5 personal assistants just to yourself to finish your work, which would take you, let's say, a week, into just finishing it within 5 minutes, or like not 5 minutes, like maybe an hour or something.
Can you explain to me when you're building your tech stack, and you can give me an example, how you responsibly work with it instead of just copying and pasting things?
Um, uh, Most primarily, like when you build your tech stack, it shouldn't just be something that you put all your data into and just copy paste the whole thing into your output. Instead, when you firstly, it starts with your prompt, like how you prompt it to do your stuff. Like, let's say
Hmm.
you have customized it to uh, first ask questions to you to how you exactly want it. And when it asks questions to you, it understands what you want out of it, and then it
Right.
delivers the product to you, and then you again analyze it from your perspective, and you give it your insights, and then it perfects it forward, and then you even can go forward to, let's say, go to another AI bot which could even
Exactly.
perfect it.
Exactly. And what I think you said here is analyze it with your own mind. And that's the
Yeah.
most important part, right? Okay. So here I'm in
Can you
Midjourney.
Sorry,
explain?
Madeline, to interrupt you, but I also had a doubt.
Sure. I'm just
Um,
worried about the time because I want to make sure that you do your team workshop. So
oh,
tell
okay,
me
no
your
worries. I'll
doubt.
ask later then.
Can you
Okay, because we will have Q&A after you
Yeah.
do your workshop. Okay, hold your questions, please. and we'll get to them for sure. So here I'm in Mid-Journey. You see on top here, Mid-Journey. That is a tool that helps make photos and videos. And so I put in a prompt, and you can see it here, line illustration of an airplane, and it gave me 4 different versions, right? But then I thought, okay, what would it be if it was a hyper realistic image of an airplane? So I went to Nano Banana. Nano Bananas by Gemini, right? And it gave me this particular image. So now I had something to work with. Then I went to I think it was Nano Banana again, or it might have been ChatGPT. So my prompt was, as a top-rated brand expert who has created an airline that runs on 100% seaweed fuel, create a memorable brand name and color palette to signal environmentally friendly to attract customers who are concerned about their carbon footprint, but you can't use any shade of green. That's too obvious. Create a color palette with a primary and secondary color. So I gave it the image of the airplane that Nano Banana had created for me, and it gave me this primary color. It's a deep sea indigo blue. And you'll see here, these codes are really important. Hex, RGB, and CMYK, and they're for different uses. So hex is for the web, and CMYK is for print. So just understand those codes do mean something. And here, this is what it produced. So can everybody see Algae Air, which I thought was a clever name, algae being another word for seaweed, and the color of blue, that indigo blue, and it could even put it on the plane, yellow, right? That kind of sun, what they call it, something sunshine yellow. However, I would like you to guess what my biggest concern was with this new brand I'm launching. The colors. It has something to do with the colors. Does somebody want to take a guess specifically what I
May
was
I?
concerned about?
Yes, please come forward, guys.
May I?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
First of all, I love the way the colors were painted on the plane. But one major problem we're facing is that it is a very both of the colors are very common. Also, it also rivals with other competitors' color palettes, and is the same one as Ryanair. Uh, Even the accent color white and both the primary and secondary colors are matching with Ryanair. Uh, Also, yeah, basically that's it.
I love, Ryan, that you challenged ChatGPT, Nano Banana, Midjourney, the whole thing it took to create this, and said, wait a minute, where have I seen these colors before? Because AI is based on pattern recognition. So it's picking colors that are already out there. And I'm going to launch a brand that has seaweed fuel with colors that people recognize for other airlines. That's not good. And you came to the conclusion much faster than I did. I actually created this, and I took the dog for a walk, and I was thinking to myself, I know those colors. And I actually went back into AI and asked, like, okay, where else are these colors? Because that's dangerous, right? Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay. Here's the prompt that we're going to work
Ma'am,
on. And I want, yes. Does
ma'am,
anybody say something?
ma'am, I had one thing I wanted to add in the. Can you, ma'am, like go to the previous slide?
Sure, sure.
Ma'am, so, like in that slide, ma'am, I didn't understand one thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
yellow, like many people like consider yellow as a fuel. Like you can say, organic, petroleum and all, like that type of fuel. Like, so
Right.
I didn't understand it. It did not. I don't think so. It should fit over here, but
And this is what I love is that you're challenging the thing that came out of supposedly a very smart tool. You have knowledge of the world, you have a brain, you're a critical thinker. And so you're going, wait a minute, like petroleum and yellow kind of have the same feeling. And honestly, I think it's so important to work together as teams. That's why you go into workout rooms, right? Breakout rooms. I'd be thinking seaweed. What color is seaweed? Right? When we think of seaweed, what color is it? It's greenish. It can be light green. It can be dark green, right? Your head right here day. Sorry, your day. You're shaking your head, and I'm thinking, what if we prompt AI using our brain or using our skills and knowledge and do blue green and see what we come up with, right? and then obviously do the research to make sure. Katyanin, I'm sorry,
Let's get to
Katyan.
the slide, please. Once we'll take up the questions at the last because we're running
Oh,
out of
okay.
time. We're
Thank you
running out
so
of
much.
late. Yes,
Appreciate
please.
it. Okay, so here's the prompt that I want to work together on. Okay, so we're on Mars, right? We're on Mars, and we're going to build a wellness brand. It's a brand to help people sleep. And when we think of Mars, what color do we think of when we think of the sky? A very bright red orange. So the product is to help people sleep on Mars, right? And I believe the colors must sort of counterbalance that orange and red that we see on Mars. So before I want everybody to participate. So what would be the first thing in your tech stack that you would do to figure out what colors contradict that red and orange? So just go around the room.
Chat
What
GPT or human, like they
right?
can do that.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. So what I did was I went into ChatGPT first, and you can see here that they're telling me that for the color red, I think I started with the color red. I should look at greens, teals, turquoise, cool blues. Because if I'm selling, whether it's a mask that people wear to shut out the light, or it's a drink they take before they go to sleep, or it's some kind of sound machine to help them sleep, curtains, it's going to definitely be in the colors opposite, right? And you can see here that could be blues, navies, cobalt, royal blue. And now I'm going to try to share another part of my screen. This is called real-time colors.
I have a
So,
question.
sure, go ahead while
Just
I try to navigate this.
I don't think
Okay.
blue is something that goes with the theme of Mars. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it goes well with Mars.
Tell me why. What are you thinking?
Because if we are creating something that helps us sleep on Mars,
Mhm.
I don't think blue that represents boldness can go with that theme.
Um, okay. So we're trying to create a product. People are very tired of not sleeping on Mars because that bright red orange hue of the sky is always on. And we want to sell them a product. It could be a mask, it could be a supplement they take, it could be a drink, right? Do we want to make it in the same color of red and orange? Do you think that's going to help?
No.
Yeah, right.
I think we should make it into like a darker color. But I think if I of it in that way, I think yeah, then blue will work.
The on the opposite spectrum. Yes.
Yeah.
Javier?
Miss Madeline. Oh,
Sure.
please hold your questions for the breakout room. We can
I
continue there,
I
but we are
think
running out of time. Let's please continue the workshop.
Sure. So, okay, I'm going to just show you. This one is called, can everybody see my screen right now? Real-time colors?
yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So when I
Yes,
click
ma'am.
on, I'm sorry.
Guys, please wait for a minute.
Okay.
Let this
Okay.
workshop complete.
Sure. So when I click on text here, that's what color I want my text to be. You can see here, I can move this screen and make it a different color, right? So I can pick blue maybe, right? And then I can take my primary color and I can move it to maybe a brighter color here. And my second, and I'm just making it up, right? It's going to help me with this whole frustrating part. My accent color is that. And then whether I want it to be nighttime or daytime, and whether I want it to be randomly picked, right, to see the color, so I can see all the color combinations coming together. And what I love about this, and even font pairing too. So I'm thinking about building a website, right? And I'm not a graphic designer. I don't have that kind of training. So I'm going to come to a tool like real-time colors, or I click, there's so many of these tools now. I don't have to go to school and learn about color theory or about font and typography, any of that. I can literally see in seconds. So the Mars brand, do we want to go with a blue color to sort of understand as we'll do the text in white. Let's say we'll do
Yeah,
the text in white.
white is kind of a cooling color.
Well, we'll do the see on the bottom, it says text. So we know on the website, we're going to pick the text. And then we'll go for a background, maybe of a like slightly darker green. We'll go down here. And then maybe as a secondary color, does anybody want to pick a secondary color?
Ma'am, may I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead,
go
just
ahead.
shout it out.
Red, red, red.
I'm sorry,
So
It's
red.
red.
okay, I think we can only do red as a set as an accent color. It's not allowing us, and I think the reason why is because they want us. No, let's see. Let's see. Let's go into a red. We'll go pretty bright red here, right? Do you see how it's showing us? And then daytime theme or nighttime theme. Do you see the difference? And then
Nighttime.
Night.
nighttime,
Because
right?
Daytime.
And then
Nighttime.
and I find that the fonts here, okay, are a little like hard to read. Does everybody agree?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Agreed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Excuse me,
so let me
ma'am. May
get,
I suggest a
pardon?
color? Ma'am,
I'm
may
sorry.
I suggest a color?
Yeah, yeah, please. Sure.
Um, a little darker green.
A
A
little
little
darker in the
The
background or as a secondary color
secondary.
the green and red remind me of
A
Christmas.
little darker.
of Christmas. Yeah, I'm not too crazy about that. Let's
Yeah,
change the
I
accent.
know. And also like when you like change it to dark to light, it gives more like a Christmas themed.
Yeah, you're right. Good for pointing that out. Okay, so I could go gold, right? But all right.
Gold
I
looks
want it, I want it
very premium, which is actually a nice idea.
very
Ma'am,
premium.
It looks
ma'am, the
very
font.
summery. It looks very summery, like refreshing.
Ah, okay. So help me out here. What would you make your accent color then? Let's see.
Ma'am, maybe like a turquoise color. I think.
Ma'am, may we go with
Guys,
brighter
let's
yellow?
make it fast because we're running out of time and
We'll
just
go with turquoise.
help her with
Okay.
yes, one is enough for now because we're
But
already
I
too
wanted,
late.
The gold is
sure, I wanted to show you the type, right? So you can change the type as well, the fonts. And I think that's really important. So hold on one second because I'm really not happy with this font and forgive me. It's hard to do this on the screen when I have all of your faces in front of it. So let's see if I just, do you see I hit the random? It's going to give me ideas, which I like too. Does everybody see the font changing?
Yes, we
And I
do.
can, yeah, I can make the scale different, right? And then I can see here giving me ideas, giving me ideas. And this is website, app, etc. Again, this takes away in terms of time, effort, and energy so much. I'm going to go back because I want to discuss your assignment now as it relates to what you're going to be doing. Okay. So hold on one second. Let me do
Now we
slideshow.
have to go to the breakout room, actually.
Yeah, but I have to
Yes, ma'am.
explain real
Yes,
quick
yes, yes,
what we're
yes.
going to be
Yeah, sure.
doing. Okay. So I did have an idea after I walked the dog a second time. Brands are changing, guys. Brands are no longer just picking one color. And you can see that with Apple. Like I got a really cool orange Apple case because I liked it, but you can get just about any color and it personalizes your experience with Apple. And here you can see with Nike as well, what I was talking about, creating your own colors. Here are some screen slides of some of the really cool new tools like Chroma that I was playing around with last night. But here is your mission, your assignment. Everybody pay attention for your workout room, breakout rooms. You're going to create a financial learning app, a banking app for 12-year-olds. It's a financial learning and banking app for 12-year-old. It must feel parents can trust it. So it has to be the colors and the name have to be something apparent because they're paying for it, $2.99 a month, whatever. But it also has to be fun and engaging so kids use it. So in the room, you're going to create a brand name, just like LJ Air, using your tech stack, but your critical thinking skills too. And then you're going to also create, hold on one second, a color system, 2 to 4 colors. If you pick one color, it's fine. This is a short presentation. This is not a 10-page Canva presentation. Just what you would name it, what colors you would choose, why you chose those colors. And the whole idea is you want to explain the look and feel. A few of you will be chosen to share what you've come up with. You want to think like a strategist. Would a parent trust this with their child's money? Would a
Guys, please
12-year-old,
mute.
yeah, would a 12-year-old actually want to open it daily? And does your color system feel current, on trend, or already outdated? Does anybody have any questions about the assignment?
Ma'am, so we have to build a PPT, right?
No, don't get so crazy about a PowerPoint presentation. It could be one slide. I just want to see the brand name. It's a banking financial app, the colors you choose, and you want to explain on camera confidently why you chose those colors and why you feel confident about it, right?
So
So
we
you have
basically need to create a app logo.
Yeah, but you don't need to get into too many details. Use a tech stack responsibly with your critical thinking skills. Make sure you do competitive research so that it's not, AI isn't giving you something that's already out there. Think like a strategist. Why would the parents trust it? Because of the colors and the name you picked. And why would the kids have fun with it?
Also,
Excuse me,
Madeline,
ma'am.
please let them know that they're supposed to use AI as a co-pilot or a brainstorming buddy, but just don't get everything from that and copy paste it. Yes, please
Great,
let them know
great
that.
point. Great point. And that's what I was trying to say the whole time. That when you use AI, chances are you're not going to get correct information. So it's going to be faster, easier, but you have to use your brain. And I want you to challenge anything AI gives you. Do not copy and paste.
Awesome. And also, let's take two questions before we move into to the breakout rooms.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
yes, so let's take two questions. So who is so Prisha?
Yeah. I wanted to just confirm we need to make a logo for the app, and we need to make it comfortable for the parents and the children, right?
Prisha, don't get stuck on the typography and the logo. Just give me a name.
Okay.
Okay. So it's not like everybody goes in the breakout and for 10 minutes, who's going to create the presentation? No, you're all going to get together. You know what the assignment is, and it should probably be one slide. And
So
it's the name of the company, the name like LJ Air for the seaweed fuel. Just what's the name of the
just
app? What colors would you use?
okay, so just the colors of the logo and the name.
Yeah, and I would use the real-time colors link that I'm going to share with you or that you should have. It's real-time colors.
Okay.
Search it to play around because that way you can quickly see. All right. Is it
Thank you.
blue? Is it purple? Is right. Okay.
Thank
Okay. Next, Siddharth Khanna, your question, please.
Miss, is the app just supposed to be a financial literacy app, or would it also be an app which allows you to like store money in it like a bank kind?
Yeah. Actual money, right? So children, 12-year-olds start learning at an early age how to manage their money. So it's part educational and it's part real-time like bank app,
Yeah,
right? But hey, it's got to be gamified because we don't want to
yeah,
make it boring. So it should be fun, right?
yeah.
Let's take one more question before we move to the breakout rooms. Anybody? Oh, I see a lot of hands.
Can I
Yes.
please?
Yeah, Divesh, please.
Yeah. So actually, I was a little like perplexed that you said right now that we need to only choose a name and a color, but like, do we need to also make it like a part educational and a bank type? So like making a app which
Mm.
like my main idea is, do we need to make an app or like just only make the main highlighted areas like the name and the colors?
Just the
Actually, I'm not
brand
able to get
name,
that.
just the brand name and the colors, and then defend why you chose those colors.
Just that,
So
right? We
yeah,
don't need
don't
to make a.
overthink this, guys. You have 25 minutes, right? Don't go any further than that. I don't want to see a 10-page Canva presentation. Just name a brand. I told you the tech stack that I used. Make
Yeah.
sure you challenge, and we'll find out because we can research and see if there's already a brand name out there. Because AI is going to give you what they find. I do want to share the real-time colors in the chat so that
Yeah.
you
Okay.
have it.
Oh,
Okay,
mom,
hold on.
if it is possible, can you also please like share the tech stack which you have
I'm
used?
doing it. I'm doing
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Here we go. Real-time colors. Did everybody see it in the chat?
Can I ask
Right?
one last question?
Sure, of
Okay.
course.
In real-time colors, what is the scale that you were choosing? I don't understand that.
It's so intuitive. As soon as you load it, you'll see. It's so
Okay.
easy. Just follow the prompts. When
Okay.
I tell you, it takes years. Oh, just so many headaches away.
Okay.
All right. Now let's get to the breakout rooms. Guys, just join your rooms. In a
Okay.
minute, I think just in few seconds you will be having. Please join your rooms and we'll see you there. Okay.
See you in 25. I'll see you in the rooms.
Yes.